Hello, hello! We are the Half-Rust Heroes, and welcome back to a rather different session of Auram. We will be turning back the clock a couple days to the 25th of Selene, 8023 post-divergence, since we will be following Helmir after he departed from the group. And in this case, the recap will be as such. Last time on Helmir's journey through Auram, he had teleported from Bricklestuck to a town south of Verdast and set out for the Frigid Heights. This all was so that he could locate frost giants for the sake of procuring some rumored knowledge of legend, ancient runesmithing. This mission was given to him by the lady who he realized after she gave some information that her name was Artoria instead. But though Helmir had the supplies for the journey, he hadn't mentally prepared himself for the biting cold of the north. For though he'd traveled only a day from the town he arrived in, the climate warned of a far more grueling journey ahead. So, as you continue through the frost-covered fens, I will switch the music rather. As coming into your view now is what looks to be a large stone fort. Walking up, you think it's a rather close one, but then as you continue on, you realize, it's just that large. But the gate is completely open, and there's not a person in sight. All the battlements are covered in snow, and you wonder at how such a large place could be completely deserted. As you walk into I imagine you keep walking in?
Yes.
Okay. As you walk in, you go into the middle of the town square where you find a large sign saying, "Please continue to the ruin entrance at the east side of town. Please be prepared to state your business." You look at some of the buildings around, and you notice that quite a number of them are in ruin. There's one of the guard towers on one of the wall perimeter is completely slid off from its base, forming rubble at the inside of the town. But as you look over, you do spot what looks to be this, it almost looks like a mine entrance. And you would think it such if it were not just plainly put inside of the city. But go ahead.
This is on the east side there?
Yes. So I gather you continue there as well. Unless you'd like to do anything else. Hunter, do you continue there?
Yeah, I guess Helmir just kind of make a quick check around before heading inside.
Alrighty. Kind of look through some windows where look inside one open door where some people there's a lot of burnt articles of clothing. Where with even a brief look, you're just thinking like a lot of what was kept in here was procured as, improvised fuel for their fireplace. And you do feel the coldness of the wind, where you were hoping as you approach the city that it would get a little bit warmer, but it is not. The earth does feel a little bit more softer than when you're away from the city, but no respite from the cold. But as you go into the entrance, you do see warm light being cast around the edge of the corridor. As you hear the sounds of a lot of people. Just the whir of almost like if you were to walk into a busy lecture hall, but off into the distance. Rounding the bend, you do see a number of guards who have a sort of makeshift portcullis made out of wood in front that they're standing, and they're kind of bored and talking to one another. Walking up, they notice you and just say, traveler, welcome to Verdast.
Hello. Did something happen up top that brought you guys all down here?
Well, unfortunately, when the earthquake hit, we were shaken pretty hard from it. Though not at the apex of it. We've had a certain magical artifact that was used for the sake of completely making the upper city habitable. When that fractured in the earthquake, we had no source of fixing it, and so we're resorted to going down into these ruins. It's been tough, but we'll try to give as warm a welcome as can. What brings you to our city?
I come looking for a teacher. I heard that up in the north here there are giants that know the ways of runesmithing.
You notice their faces kind of steal a bit. It's like, you're looking for the help of frost giants. Well, I wouldn't hold your breath, friend. The only mention of frost giants this high up, once they stopped being legend, was from frost giant raids on towns. Though we've been lucky enough that hasn't happened to us yet. Probably far south enough that we're out of their influence.
Okay.
If you're traveling up north, I'd caution you against it, but people have their reasons for doing everything. Yeah. I mean, Mom theorized that the age of the giants and dragons is coming back. What with the attack on Bricklestuck reaching us not a couple days ago. But regardless, I won't stop you from heading in. Just take all the supplies you can. Welcome. And he pulls on the chain, which heightens the wooden portcullis.
So thank you very much, fellas.
Mm-hmm. What you see as you enter in this entirely underground complex here is you look and you're kind of going down almost this almost staircase that is winding around, and you see the warm light coming in from down below and along all of the walls, and it's this really long spiral down, which its center is like 300 feet across in diameter. As at the very bottom of it is a courtyard, and you see multiple people in kind of places along the staircase down, living in the rooms that are carved out of the stonework along the way down. But most of the activity seems to be at the bottom, but there are, multiple people stationed, either having makeshift shops or homes in the spaces carved out from the stair. You pass by a number of merchants bearing just regular supplies, alcohol to keep you warm. But at the bottom seems to be where you find a job board or something akin to that, an organization of different documents, on different people's needs, and you're looking around and seeing if there's a lot of travelers who might accompany you. I assume. I don't know what Helmir's thinking. And you suddenly catch another person who is taking a look at the job board from afar. You recognize her. Give me a second. As this woman covered in furs approaches, you recognize that it is Volpa. Annika, please re-describe your character.
Hello. Oh boy. Okay. It's been a while. Okay, Volpa is a female human. She's got brown hair that she just wears in a braid down her back. She carries a quarterstaff with her, and she wears I'd say fairly simple clothing. Probably like a tunic and pants, belt with a couple things on it, and then some wraps around her fists, as she is a monk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, like I said before, you two notice each other as you're both looking at the job board at the base of the underground complex.
Hey.
Is that you?
Sorry. For our watchers at home who do not know Volpa, back at Riverfall when they were investigating the supernatural and unnatural disturbances in the magic there, Volpa was one of the people who are a part of an archaeological organization that helped them explore.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's been interesting. How about you?
Good. And the journey since, what, Riverfell? Been
Yeah,
a few weeks at least.
yeah, just I think a little over 2 weeks, maybe. What are you doing in Verdas?
I kind of had a little separation from the party for the moment. I had some things I need to take care of with another associate of mine.
Associates.
But now I'm up here. I told the guards at the gate the same thing, but I'm looking for the frost giants, and I'm
Oh,
seeking their knowledge of runesmithing.
the frost giant. I did not know that they knew things about runesmithing. Huh. Well, I mean, there has certainly been word of frost giants around, so you're in luck there.
Yeah, they
But
said that they haven't attacked here yet, but they've been attacking cities.
no, yeah, I've heard on the road to Kartushka is where they've mostly been spotted so far.
On the road to Katorska.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up the map.
And Volpa, you remember that just like, oh, there was a running theory that people had that, along with the giant raids that were happening, that the researcher that you were keeping in mind
Right.
might have been kidnapped by them because they disappeared on the road up to Kartushka.
Okay, gotcha. And DM, just to get like a little picture in my head with what's been going on in Verdast, is it like really cold outside right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing that like 15 minutes will kill you over, but like you have to be really bundled up if you want to stay out there.
Okay, well, Volpo's probably more bundled up than I described her then.
Well,
But
maybe because you don't have your outside clothes on, or I don't know.
It's super cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely not used to this weather, as you can see. All I got's my leather.
You chose to visit this wonderful city, not in its prime state, I would say. Usually we're a bit warmer, but that's why I've been traveling around trying to find help. A long story short, there were some sort of magic that kept Verdas warmer, more suitable for life, but that got ruined during the whole earthquake. So I can't remember if I told you guys that's why I was looking last time I saw you, but yeah.
You were looking for a replacement for that magic?
Yeah, a replacement or someone that could fix it. I don't know.
A sort of artifact that kind of maintains the magic?
Yeah, it's been described to me as a magical artifact that was what we used, and so I was hoping to either find a similar one or a new one, something like that.
And someone walks up on the conversation. It's this cleric. A middle-aged dwarf walks up and is like, yes. Specifically, if you look around, these ruins actually are from an era preceding the giants and dragons. When works of magic were amazing. Sorry to interrupt, Volpa. This is... you see, this is a Keeper Shane, who's been a long holding a figure who's held not only, organizational things for, church, but also for keeping the history of these ruins. That's like almost a hobby of his.
And was he the we met in Riverfell?
No, this guy is, I am born and raised in Verdast.
Gotcha.
He can explain it a lot better than I can, that's for sure.
I can give you another history lesson if you'd like. I mean, it's quite fascinating.
Actually, since you are here, side tangent, but that's related. If you need someone to go with you to the Frigid Heights, my next lead is someone who's gone missing up there. So, if you need a companion, I'm more than happy to join. But a quick little history lesson on anything we should look out for in the Frigid Heights could be useful.
Oh, well. It's, yeah. I'm sure you're familiar with the threats on the road, Volpa. Last time you made your trek up to Kartushka, any step off road must be taken with extreme caution, in that if you are going off-road, it should be for as little time as possible.
Right.
The weather is remarkably extreme, in blizzards, hail, freezing rain. Of course, the giant raids that I've heard about do not help that. Frost salamanders are rare, but it's something to keep in mind.
How big is a frost salamander?
They are quite... Give me a second. They are quite huge. Another thing is that there's a certain thing called a remoraz. Also huge. There's a lot of very large creatures up there, though if you're looking for hunting or foraging for food, snow rabbits and elk are pretty common in the forests, and even the snow bunnies frequent the snow plains.
All right, good to know.
But yeah, remoraz, a creature with a almost a magma-like interior of its body. How I imagine it is how it is able to stay in that cold with such a long, spindly body, is the fact that it sometimes will eat anything and everything as fuel for its interior. It's almost like a machine in a sort of way. I'm sure some maniac in Bricklestuck is going to make some replica of it.
Lovely.
But yeah, keep in mind those especially deadly. Though I feel I'm going to be a broken record by the end of this explanation, since there's a lot of dangers up there. Wolves aren't as much of an issue, and the fact that from the caliber of adventurer I can see you probably are, from already reaching us here, you can probably handle yourself. As long as you don't find yourself surrounded, of course. Most people, yeah. What?
I said, or surprised.
Yeah.
That won't be happening again.
As you get a flashback of the Displacer beasts. But yes. Oh, I forgot. I've heard that there's a new canal going across a large stretch of the road. Well, it's intersecting with the road. You get the idea. About halfway up, it seems the ice from a certain occurrence during the earthquake has made it so that has completely opened up another stream that is going across, and though we've tried to refine it into something that's crossable, we've only settled with placing dinghies at each side of the river. So keep in mind that if you are traveling on a horse, it will only be for halfway. Aside from that, you were talking about giants. Yes, I didn't. I sort of eavesdrop on the earlier part of your conversation as well.
Yes, we were talking about giants.
Well, if you two insist on going on such a dangerous mission, I wouldn't recommend heading off-road, but at some point you will have to, since, of course, Kartushka is not the land of the giants, though they are rumored to be from the mountains.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we can handle it.
Yeah. Just if you're going off-road, be sure that it is for as little travel as possible. Giants are scary, but a lot of other things are scarier.
Good point. Thank you, Keeper Shane, was it?
Yes.
Okay, Keeper Shane. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. It's always nice to greet new travelers and inform them. I only get so many opportunities to overly exposit everything about my home.
And don't we know it?
I'll stop talking your ear off. If you need me, I'll be in the lower ruins down past those stairs. He gestures off to the right.
Of course. Thank you, Keeper Shane.
Well,
Alrighty then.
Seems we have aligning goals once again.
More than happy to head north with you. Who is this person you're looking for?
This person, I don't know too much. They're a wizard.
You
their
do
name-
have a picture of her.
Never mind, I have a picture of her. Her name is Quinn Targana. And I'm seeking her out because she is known specifically for studying what was it? Runic magic. She's written a lot of different reports, texts on runic magic, and ever since I left Riverfall not long after you and the rest of your party did, and I kind of went on a sort of wild goose chase to try and find her. And it's led me back here to Verdast, and last I heard, she went missing in the Frigid Heights, possibly the work of giants. So that's what I'm after here.
Fantastic. Our goals align almost exactly.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but if I'm going to possibly be killed by a giant frost salamander, I'd rather do it with someone by my side. So.
True. Yeah, last time I went off by myself, it was not a good idea. So,
What?
Yeah.
How are you doing, like, supplies-wise for going up into cold Expanse for possibly several days?
not good. I have plenty of rations. I have, what is it? I don't have warm clothing,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd like to grab some of those. And then possibly some supplies for a fire. I'm not sure if that's something we could find away.
I have stuff to make a fire. I definitely don't have a lot of rations. And I don't know, I guess, Matt, it's up to you whether Volpa already has warm clothing or if that's something
Oh,
you
yeah,
would need to get.
she does. She does.
Okay. So, for me, it would just be rations, but I assume Volpa would know some sort of supplies store they could stop at.
Mhm. Yeah, there's one a little bit up the a giant staircase. Oh, I didn't set the scene for you, Annika, but
Mm-hmm.
this part of Verdast is this gigantic like spiral. The center of it is where you guys are standing right now at the very bottom, but along the edge, there's just a staircase just winding, all curving up all the way to the top. And along that, there's a ton of, people living in kind of branching off of the staircase, whether it's merchants or just housing.
Cool.
But one pretty low on the staircase that is open up, and you have the ear of the salesman for that one.
Cool. I will lead you there then.
Mm-hmm. As you see at the front of the store, there's he's already kind of decorated something. There's a gnome with kind of a jet black hair with the widow's peak. And you see Thresh, and it's just like, Volpa, pleasure to see you again. Got more business for me?
I have a friend in need of business.
Okay, don't see a lot of wood elves or half wood elf, if my eyes are correct. But yeah, what do you need, of course?
Definitely some warm clothes. Possibly a cloak that could go over my armor.
Yes, that is doable, alright. Yes. I think, usually some a nice warm cloak would cost you around 30 gold, but I'm sure that since Volpa brought you in, I'll half it to 15.
You're so kind.
I appreciate it.
Don't expect it for too often.
If you
So-
have gold to spare, mittens, always a good idea. Just saying.
Good to know. Okay, I'll go ahead and grab some mittens as well, and then I'll pair it with some couple bundles of wood.
Okay. Yeah, some nice mittens. It'll cost you 8 gold. But, oh right, discount 4. You're really breaking my back on this one. Though, I mean, I suggested the offer.
I just flash him a winning smile.
Kindness is not a very thrifty business. Anything else I can help you with?
We got got a nice warm cloak, got gloves, got. You see him like, Helmir's just like counting with his fingers, making sure we got all this stuff.
Got some
cloak,
wood.
gloves, wood. Is there anything else you'd recommend for attire wise heading north?
Me?
Thresh.
Like, what would I recommend? Oh,
I mean, I think as long as the more the merrier on the layers, but I think that's the most of it. Oh, some nice good boots. Good boots. Anything that'll keep you from slipping on ice, and things that'll keep your feet warm. Frostbite is a hell of a thing.
true.
Okay.
Could always add a pair of long johns in there. Get that base layer.
I appreciate it. I think I got those covered.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gloves. I'm just adding everything to my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like what, 3 bundles of wood.
That one would only cost you a gold piece.
I got that. I'll pay for the wood.
Appreciate it. 10 bundles of wood, and then I'll go ahead and grab. Is it kind of like the boots that have like it looks like they have tennis rackets on the bottom to make sure you like stay up on top of the.
Like snowshoes.
Yeah, they. So, well, there's that. There are some snowshoes here, or if you are rather attached to the shoes you're wearing, and you think it'll that they keep you warm enough, we do have just the attachment for them. There's also hiking boots with with the cleats as well. Things to make you make sure that on a slope you don't slip. After all, if you're heading further north, things will be a little bit on an angle.
These slippers are pretty warm. I'll go ahead and grab the attachment for them.
Very well.
That way I can still use their function.
10 gold for that one.
Thresh,
Hmm?
would you recommend getting horses for the first trek of a journey up to Kartushka, or would you say, nah, not worth it?
You're going up to Kartushka.
Yes.
I'd say less time on that road as possible is best.
How
I
much
don't.
do horses cost?
I don't sell them, but
Oh, right.
usually usually at the stables they'll run you around 80 gold.
Oh, cool.
It shouldn't be a problem.
All right. Well, think we're good here.
I believe so. So we're heading up north. So are we heading
go
to
ahead.
Katorka, or are we heading north of Vergast?
I think we're vaguely heading in the direction of Kartushka, but we're probably gonna have to go off road to find these giants and my wizard.
Also, for visual aid, please open up the owlbear. It is pinned in the notes channel.
Oh.
My poor phone.
Mm.
Yes. Last time I checked, I was told that the frost giants were north of Verdas.
Mm-hmm.
So Kartorka is definitely north of Verdas. It is very northeast, though.
Yeah.
Was there a like an exact location for when I was directed to where the frost giants were?
Unfortunately, not really. They said, the road and Kartushka itself has been attacked. It's the kind of thing of these creatures are of legend, and so knowing where they live is less of a yes, they just up the road this way, and it's more of they are from the mountains.
Gotcha.
And the raids have been happening in places north of the tree line here.
Mm.
Okay.
So, if we travel on the road partially, there is a chance we could be attacked.
This is true. But we are looking for the frost giant, so it would be partly fortunate.
Yeah.
Having them
1
One
second. 1 second.
Recording.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Nice.
All right, go back to what you're doing.
That's also, Ethan, I am sorry that I am creating work for you. All right, cool. So, halfway, on the road, there is the new channel going across.
Right.
So you can probably get up to the channel in a day on horseback.
Okay.
Because the overall trek between Verdast and Kartushka is around 85 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And so, covering half that distance, and you could only take a little bit over today. The rest you'd probably have to do on foot, which with my system, because it's uphill, since you're on a road, on road, it'd be 10. It would be, I think, 4 days.
Ooh. Okay.
A little under 4 days past the channel. So in all, a little over 5 5 days.
Nice.
What do you think? Helmir, take horses up to the channel and then go on foot? And maybe start going off-road at the channel if we haven't found something sooner?
I think so. As far north with the horses as we can get, it's probably the best route.
Yeah.
And obviously it will take it would take more time if you go off the road on foot versus
Yeah.
on the road on foot.
Yeah.
Well, oh, sorry. I think the next step would probably be looking for horses then, to at least get us part of the way there.
Hopefully they have horses down here.
I think so.
You do see that there is sadly they are on the near the top of the staircase, since they like to take them outside for a little part of the day, because aside from the fact that they need fresh air in open space, if they got accustomed to the warm interior of the ruins, then they would be unfit for travel.
Well, get ready to get your steps in for the day. Stable's all the way at the top. And up we go, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Make it all the way up there. And for the sake of brevity, they do charge them for $80. You don't know the stables. You don't know the woman working the stables as well as you know Thresh. If you'd like, you could try to make an argument or argument/persuasion to maybe get the price a little lower. What do you want to do?
Volpa will put on that winning smile again and explain how she is going on this immensely important mission to save Verdas. And so these horses are really paramount to her completing her task. So any sort of discount would probably mean that this stable owner in the future would be like lauded as a hero if Volpa's successful. So, I mean, she might as well just give up the horses for free at that point for eternal glory.
All right, go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay.
I like it.
Advantage. First roll is really bad. Second roll is also really bad. That's an 8.
Oh.
Feels
She
bad.
kind of like looks at you as like, yeah.
Eternal glory.
Yeah, glory seems fantastic, but food tomorrow sounds better.
Yeah, that's fair. Helmir, how much money do you have?
Was that a question for me? I didn't quite hear it.
Yeah, it was. How much money
gold?
how much money do you have?
I have plenty.
Okay, because Volpa's kind of broke right now. Not gonna lie.
Sorry, I can cover the 80 gold.
Okay. Thank you. I would like to pick out a pretty brown and white spotted horse, please.
Very well.
Cool.
Oh, what? Wait, what was the description of the horse again? Just
Um,
for me.
I think mostly brown, but like with some white kind of spots, and like where the ends of its legs are like kind of white. And then it has like a brown mane and tail as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. His name is Duke, by the way.
Ah, amazing. Duke. I hope you don't die, Duke.
Archduke Ferdinand IV.
Oh no. And if you are taking it anywhere impassable by horse and seek to be virtuous, Duke is specifically trained so that if you set him in the correct direction, he can catch sight of Verdast again.
Oh, good.
Just, for the sake of my business and for the sake of Duke as well.
Of course, of course. Thank you for your business.
Take care. So, Is there anything else you guys would like to take care of in Verdast?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Alrighty.
All right, and we are we? So I think we're gonna kind of like follow the tree line, like along that angle towards Kotorska, headed north.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, which which map are you pointing on? The one with the ley lines or the provinces?
Provinces.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the right one. Yep. So why is Diabel all the way his name down there?
Yeah, kind of like right here.
Yeah. That is where the road follows. So, as you set out, looking back at the mostly abandoned upper city of Verdast, looking wistfully at what could be another form of glorious home in the past, and you hope that you can restore it. For though things will never be the same again, maybe they can be different but better. Going forward. And Helmir, there's a certain familiar kind of feeling that you can intuit from your home near Riverfall of just how empty it is.
Ooh.
But as you start out on your journey, you follow the tree line, and I'd like each of you to roll a d6.
Oh.
Good. 1.
2.
Okay.
I don't like the way you said that.
We got some great rolls today. Great rolls.
Yeah.
Awesome start, guys.
Oh no.
So a frost dragon comes flying.
Frost salamander knocks you off your horse.
let me just change the music.
Oh, changing the music. That's a great sign. I know that's like.
After a Chick-fil-A commercial.
Oh, well, you know.
And though you start out with energy and warmth from in the interior, the weather starts to kick up.
Ooh.
As going forward, the snow becomes almost a sheet in front of you. And thankfully, because of the forest, you're still maintaining a general direction. But I'm going to have to get Constitution saving throws from the both of you to see if you can travel for the full length of a day.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, that's a 6.
So you're not used to this environment being from a fairly temperate place.
True.
As you can kind of feel streaks at your face where kind of the snow is kind of bit at. Your face is getting incredibly red. And while the clothing you bought is keeping you warm, everything that's exposed and the trudging, the monotonous trudging forward in where you can only see like only a couple feet in front of you is incredibly wearing on you. Volpa, you're able to power through it. You've seen this before, you've been through worse.
Mm-hmm.
But you do notice that about halfway into the day's journey, that Helmir is after you take some breaks off of the horse to let them rest.
Mm-hmm.
That Helmir is struggling getting back into the saddle.
Hey, it's okay if we need to stop for today.
Yes, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. I know I've been through this kind of weather before, but it's a lot. So why don't we take shelter a little further into the forest, get out of the worst of it, and we'll just, take an early evening.
Sounds good. I guess I'll look for kind of a little spot where we're inside the tree line, maybe cut down on a little bit of the wind.
You're able to do so. This journey will be a little bit more focused on survival. You do have how many rations amongst the two of you?
I have 1.
Okay.
I should have bought more, probably.
So, Helmir, how many rations do you have?
I have 19. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Nice even 20. Which will be 10 days of food for each of you.
Mm-hmm.
So while you munch on some rations, who wants to start the fire?
I can start the fire.
Survival, right?
Yes. I will say, obviously, there will be a higher DC for Helmir because snow isn't his thing.
Okay. I'm not, awful at survival, but I don't have like proficiency in it either, though. I don't know about you.
I do. I have expertise. I got plus 11.
Oh, you should probably do it anyways, then, I guess. Can I give him a help action since I am used to making fires in this kind of weather?
I'd say not a help action, but he will get a bonus to his roll.
Okay.
Which it'll just modify the DC in my head.
Yeah.
So give me some tips for starting the wood in the cold while
Yeah.
you're
I'll
tying
help
up the
like
fur.
I'll help kind of like shield where you're trying to start it like from the wind and stuff because I know usually it's like that can make it more difficult, so I'll try to help with that and stuff.
Sweet.
All right, make your survival check.
That'll be 30.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Helmir's
You're
back
giving-
online.
At first you're just like, what is going on? And then as soon as Volpa points out that the bark you're using is still wet, you manage to find some dry timber and like you're like, oh, like this, and then it ignites.
Just, not even the tinderbox. I just pull it out and set it on the ground, and it lights ablaze.
Yeah, precisely. You're like, then put away your tinderbox.
After he finishes making the fire, I'm just gonna like make sure that our horses are tied up securely so that like they won't wander off and get lost in this weather and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Is it possible to like find more like larger pieces of wood and almost create like a little shelter for us?
I'd say yes, but you have to make the survival check for this one.
I'll try. Can't hurt. Hopefully. That's a nice even 10.
There's a structure.
Okay.
You feel confident that if there's a landslide or something that, or anything that would move you guys in your sleep, that you'd stay within the confines of the camp, but blocking the weather, not so much.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sit by the fire and assuming I have a little hood, I'm on a cloak, I'm gonna put my hood up around my face to try and keep a little warmer and munch on my rations.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, the night's watch for this one goes uneventful. For whomever is helming it at the time. Not much to see down here. There are some squirrels and rabbits around. Small fauna. Nothing too major. But as you wake up for the next stretch of your journey, you've noticed that you were able to get a pretty decent cover from the trees themselves from the blizzard. You still got snowed on, so you have to dust yourself off. But for at least now, it seems to have stopped snowing. Go ahead and let me think. This time, Helmir, roll 2d6 and tell me the numbers specifically? Just mixing it up.
A 2 and then a 5.
Alrighty. So it is still snowing, and for a leg of the journey, you're worried that you can't find the path from the blizzard from yesterday. As you exit the tree line, the Encased Expanse is before you. And I'm gonna need either a perception check or a bullshit check from each of you.
Remind me what a bullshit check is for you guys.
So, if you have an ability check or a skill check that you want to use and give me a good enough explanation for it, I'll allow it.
And it was either that or what? Sorry.
Perception.
And this is to find the trail again, basically.
Yeah, to make sure that you're staying on the path forward.
Okay. Well, my perception's good, so I'm going to stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Yeah. Alrighty, so give me that. When you...
15.
23.
Oh, nice.
So you're going forward, and you both are able to pick out easily, bits where the snow is exposed to see, a little bit of cobblestone road, and you find no issue in staying on the trail. The trek up here, it's kind of like going through Nebraska. It's all flat in the plains. You could swear if it were not for the horizon cutting off and not seeing the mountains, like, you would think that you could see across the entire Frigid Heights.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. As we go, I just want to keep an eye out for evidence of like giant attacks, whether that's like bodies on the side of the road or maybe like carts that have been ruined or left behind, tracks, anything like that.
Show me the big footprints.
Alrighty. Oh gosh, dang it.
What is that voice?
So the voice of Oral taunting you. I don't know.
God?
No, that's Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me roll something. So, as you, of course, as you go across, and no travelers have passed you up until right now when, you're like, travelers up ahead. Which, up ahead in this expanse is a lot more like, oh, what are those dots on the horizon?
Mm-hmm.
That slowly, over the course of like 20 minutes, like a half an hour even, are able to come into view. But you see, there's a lot of people on a caravan, and the caravan is looking pretty messed up. there's like points where the canvas of the cover are torn. All the people, there's like a ton of people packed into it, and they look positively miserable. And though they were able to see you for 20 to half an hour, you can tell with a passive insight that these people are scared. Like, it's the kind of thing you might see in someone after they've been attacked by... It's like something you'd see in, like, a dog that looks at anything around it as a potential thing that could hurt it.
Oh.
It's...
Oh.
Yeah, they look towards you wary, a little bit wary, but they don't seem to see you as a threat. You just are a potential threat that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
And they stop, and it's like, excuse me, the man at the front is a human man with a shock of, white hair on the left side of his head, and you happen to spare any rations?
I'll stop my horse, but look over to Helmir because they're his rations. So I will let him make that decision.
How many of them are there?
You look. There seems to be about 12 people packed into the caravan. We don't need a lot, just stuff that'll subsist us for a sec.
I'll give them 4.
And
this is as much as I can spare at the moment, but if you head on that way, you should reach Verdast fairly soon, within a day.
Thank you so much. He eagerly takes the rations, and this doesn't. This doesn't. I know this isn't much, but the man behind him grabs his arm and is just like, "No, keep it." And it's just like, I can't take it for free. He takes this necklace that he was wearing with this little tiny geode at the end of it. It's like, my grandpa told me it was valuable. Here, and he offers the necklace.
I'll take it and I'll kind of put it back in his hand and close his hand around it and just use it to get more rations when you get back to Verdast. I know it's a lot out here. Instead, would you mind if I just ask you some questions?
Yeah. You see tears welling up in his eyes. What do you need?
So obviously the journey looks like it's been pretty arduous, but would you happen to have seen any frost giants along the way? Or a wizard out here? I'm not sure if she's by herself or not.
As soon as you say frost giants, just a wave of A wave of discomfort goes through everyone in the caravan that can hear. Yeah. We saw them. We saw them approaching, and we had heard days before that they were headed to our town. We've never been. We've always been able to weather the winter. We're hardy folk. But that, no, we're not going to try that. We packed up as much stuff as we could, and we left.
Are you from Kartushka?
No. We're a bit ways out. If you... he pulls out a pretty weathered map and says, we're around here. Not too far off of the main road, but far enough that, something like that can scare us into oblivion, and, well, Kartushka won't take us.
They're still not letting people in then.
No, they've never been the most hospitable to refugees.
Interesting. And where did you say it was? I had the map closed.
It's like right here.
Okay. And somebody said that they were coming. Do you think that the frost giants would be there by now?
I mean, Oral knows. It's, I'd, hope not, but we're going to be staying in, any towns near Verdast before we even think about going back there.
Understandable. Well, maybe we'll see you on our journey back to Verdast later on. Hopefully with some good news, but...
Right. We're hunting frost giants, though.
You are?
More or less.
Not necessarily hunting them, but we are looking for them. Looking to gather information on... what is it? An artisan of their making.
You see kind of a small boy's head pop up from the caravan when you mention that you're hunting giants, and his mother just forces his head back down, just like, don't bother the nice folk. Well, you're truly some tough stuff. If you're ever around Verdast or the accompanying towns, please announce if you're successful.
We will. When you get there, ask for Keeper Shane. They might be able to help you.
My blessings above to you. Is there anything else you need from me?
I look over to Volpa. Do you have any questions about this wizard of yours?
I take out the picture of her that I have and show it to the man and anyone else that wants to look. Have you seen this woman at all recently?
Her in particular, I don't think so. There's a lot of a lot of kooky researchers that do pass through.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the garb isn't entirely unfamiliar.
All right. Well, thank you.
And where did they say they're from?
We're from Frostfield. It's right here. It's a very small town, more of a village, really.
From Frostfield Village. All right. Well, thank you very much for the direction. We'll go ahead and stop by there and see if we can't find anything, and hopefully on our way back through to Verdast, we'll have better news for you.
All right.
And what was your name?
My name is Mark.
Mark.
And good luck on your journey. It's a long one.
You as well, Mark. And remember, it's right back that way, following the tree line. You'll get right to Verdast.
Yeah. Oh, there's a channel up ahead. We did go through a bridge, but it took us quite a while off-road since... I think you can see what's happened to our carriage as a result of that.
Hmm.
It looks all beat up.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not carrying too much. But if you must, then taking your horses that way is an option.
I'm just noting down. Well, thank you kindly for the information, and hope you have a safe journey back to Verdast.
Thank you. May Oral protect you from, well, herself.
Appreciated. You as well.
As we pass by each other, as we both head off our separate ways, I'm just gonna try and catch the eye of that little boy who peeked out and just give him a little wave goodbye as we go.
You see kind of he gives a gleeful wave back.
Good.
And so, as you continue on your journey, though the snow does fall a bit, obscuring your vision, you'd have no trouble going through, and you reach the channel. A little bit later than you would have wanted. It's reaching into the afternoon to evening at this point. But there are several dinghies located on each side of the river. There are a couple chunks of ice that are floating through it. And through both lines of your vision, the river does continue to the horizons.
Hmm.
which is a weird thing to say. uh,
It's a really long river.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
there
the
are
travelers,
oars with it. But
the travelers were saying we could like try to go through the river with our horses, but it might like kind of be a bad idea.
from the look of the river, it is definitely a bad idea to go
Okay.
with the horses. If
Okay.
you want to go with the horses, you'd have to continue travel in the direction that Mark pointed you towards. Though it would take you off-road, and you're not entirely clear how far that would be.
Yeah. That would take a very long time. We should have just given those travelers our horses.
So we buy horses and then leave for a day, and they come back with a different group.
Yeah.
Well, they're dead.
Yep.
Hmm. I did just buy these new shoe attachments, and it'd be a shame if we don't use them.
That is true. They're so stylish too.
A little bulky for my taste, but take it. It just looks super weird because I currently have on,
Slippers.
yeah, I have the spider climbing slippers on right now, and then just
Nice.
little attachment on the sides of them to make them a little wider for the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly comfortable for travel.
Very supportive.
I imagine Volpa has on like very furry boots. Like they're almost all like the outside is almost all completely like fur.
Yeah.
Mega
And
boots.
there's like an insole as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah,
we're good to leave the horses.
We'll turn Duke in the direction of Verdas and just give him a little pat on the rump to get him going. And I say, don't get eaten by a frost salamander on the way back.
Duke kind of whinnies a bit. and then kind of starts trotting back. All right. Well, I take it you are going into the dinghy across the river?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So, you were able to get it into the water. Probably Volpa would be helping with that the most, since Helmir, what's your strength?
Not good.
Not good. Probably Volpa would be helping with that then.
Okay.
There are 2 sets of oars in there. And you can spot on the other side, of course, a number of dinghies as well. It's about roughly 80 feet across.
Ooh.
And Volpa takes the oars. Are you going to be at the front or the back? Are you going to be steering or rowing forward?
Is there a difference in what ability it uses, whether you're steering or like doing the pushing forward?
It's more just pushing forward is going to be the one that needs most of well, actually, that's a good point. Both of them will require strength. However, one will be for if you need to change direction quickly, then the one steering would want to have more strength.
Mm.
If you're trying to get across quickly, the one in the front would want to have the more strength.
What do we think? Speed
think-
or
I'm thinking speed is going to be our ally.
Okay, then I will go where I don't remember what you said. Wherever I need to go for us to go faster.
To be in the front. Yeah, you would need to be the
Okay.
one pushing.
Cool.
Okay, so, as you get in and start rowing, you don't really have to. Well, actually, make make an athletics check, Volpa, and same with you, Helmir.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, okay. 16.
All right.
23.
What'd you say?
23.
23. Very nice. So you're keeping it from us, going veering from left to right, and you're making decent progress across. When you catch sight of something, Helmir,
There it is.
Yep.
your passive perception, which is enormous,
Hey, I have a 19 passive perception. That's not bad.
Oh wait, Helmir, what's yours?
21.
Wow,
Oh.
yeah, both of you are just observant as fuck. Do either of you even have observant?
Actually, good point. I might. Let me check.
This is just more for fun. You don't have to if you.
I don't
no.
think
I have alert, but to be fair, I can't be surprised while I'm conscious, but
Gotcha. So you see what looks to be this up in the sky
oh,
is this small flicker of green light.
what?
And it's like the most subtle, like tiny, concentrated, like little flash, like lightning. There's no sound. It's like just a glint, a spark up there. And suddenly,
Oh,
you can say something.
I was gonna say, Helmir, did you see that?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it, and I haven't seen any changes. Yeah.
And as you say that, and this is for the sake of pacing and when this is all happening. This is like right as you're setting off. Like
Great.
you're sitting in the boat and you started rowing. And so suddenly the light flickers out, and then the sky darkens in an instant.
Oh.
There's suddenly forming winds howling, blowing across the water becomes incredibly rough. It's almost like you're in the middle of a tornado. And then you feel the boat start to hover above the water as even the wind is able to pick it up.
Oh shit.
And we're going to take a break right there.
Ah! Matt!
Gotcha.
Ah,
You guys enjoying the session so far?
yes.
No, this is
Oh my
awful. Yeah, I'm having fun.
Oh boy, what the heck is this? Okay, Matt, when do you want us back for being done with the break?
I could go anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes.
Okay, I just have to run to the bathroom, so I'll be quick. Anyways.
Not allowed.
Okay.
No.
All right. Let me get up and do that. I'm gonna get into Final Fantasy real quick.
I'm all good. I just went to the bathroom.
hmm
Popcorn.
How you doing, Joe?
He said,
If
"Fuck
he's
you
still
guys."
Chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like only half paying attention because, you know.
That's fine.
How dare you?
My bad.
What was that group leader's name? I bet you don't even know.
I don't know.
Gorn.
Oh,
Oh God. Or no, it's shoot. What was that guy's name? Is Dark Amethyst Hellscream.
oh yeah.
Or it was Damien Hellscream. We meet again.
Would you spare some rations? Or no, he wouldn't word it like that. He would be like, we are hungry, and only you can sate it. We come bearing ill tidings. You march on towards doom. Have a safe journey.
Yeah, it's just but like, have a great time. So like, I'll see you guys later.
I have a lot of music prepared for this session. Just because I don't like a track playing for too long during travel.
Understandable.
Cacti.
I'm just over here trying to keep my phone alive.
Oh yeah. Is it charging or are you just praying?
No, it's charging.
Okay, cool.
I'm back. I'm good for whenever.
Okay, we'll just need a little. Counter over there, broker. We've already drawn the winning number for your team. Yeah, consolation prize. I didn't win, Hunter.
No. On any of them?
No. I have to be lucky, super lucky for that to happen. And I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom, so I'll be back.
Okay. You're a hairy wizard.
I muted the music instead of my own. I was like, oh yes, let me mute.
Gremlin.
Confusing. I will say, Helmir, you can make a check, a perception check.
Bad, I like those.
My big boy perception plus 11. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's an at 1 for a 12.
Okay, nothing.
Feels bad.
You missed the big blinking lights going, do not do not enter here. No.
Yeah.
So actually I'll let Volpa try as well.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. 27.
Ah. Well, you do notice where the flashing light was happening. Almost like a distortion in the air. Like if you were to like, what's the best thing? You know when it gets really hot in the summer and you can see like those ripples in the air?
Yeah.
The heat wave.
It's kind of like that. Almost like vaguely shaped like a humanoid would.
Oh.
Make an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes.
10.
10. You don't know what that means. But at current points, before you even think to mention it, this all happens and you're like, later. As the waves get super, super rough, and you can almost feel certain parts where the boat starts to pick up off of the water.
Mm.
I'd like you both to make your athletics checks with disadvantage.
That'll do it.
What?
I got a 3.
A 3.
Thank goodness. I mean,
What'd
coming off the
you
water
get,
probably won't. 22.
22. So this stretch of it, you think, oh gosh, maybe if we can like make it through 5 sprints of this, 5 checks, that you could possibly get across the river. However, with a 3, the boat doesn't move anywhere. You You're trying your best to anchor the oars in the water, but you can't push it in the direction you need to, and it's even at certain points catching air, which almost takes you disorients you. But Helmir, you're able to keep the direction steadfast. Make another round of it.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
11.
11. Okay.
12.
12. All right. It's tough, but you guys are making progress. It's not much, but at least you're going somewhere and you're keeping the boat steady. You feel certain parts where, it lilts to the left, lilts to the right. The cyclone isn't kind of staying consistent. The winds are changing almost every other second.
I'm just gonna yell over the wind, "This sucks!"
As you continue forward, make another check.
Uh,
Mm.
18.
18. Nice.
7.
7. The boat begins to violently rock as you're having trouble
no.
steering. You go and veer off to the right. You're still heading forward, though. For the most part, it's almost off to the side.
No, your other right, Helmir, your other right.
I want Joe to roll a d20.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I don't know where my dice are.
Yeah, you thought you could be passive, huh? Psych.
Hold on. $18.
18. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Things are not looking great, but you're still upright. You're good. You keep on going. You're just like, all right, just a little bit further. You still have 3 successes to go.
Oh my gosh.
Make another check. Same thing, disadvantage. This is going to be a lot of rollies.
Hmm.
12.
20.
20. All right. You're able to write it more. You're closer. You have only 2 successes left. Come on, you can do it. Give me another.
11.
11.
Yeah. Nat 1 for a 5.
Uh,
All right, Joe, roll with disadvantage on your d20. Joe, do you hear me? 3. Alrighty. You're continuing forward, and suddenly, Helmir, the oars get pulled out of your hands from the wind. The boat
Well, I'm steering.
Yeah, you're steering. And the boat rocks with a force that is unbelievable. The boat crashes down and capsizes. You start flowing with the river as as I'm gonna need each of you to make con saves. Yeah, go ahead.
So, well, we had a good run.
Well, yeah.
It's been a day.
I
18.
got a 6.
A 6. All right. Now I want both of you to make strength checks. Volpa with disadvantage.
May I be allowed,
Yeah.
DM, to use a bonus action to bamf out my arms and visage of the astral self?
Okay.
Because visage of the astral self, I can use. Or no. No, sorry, the arms. So I just would bamf out the arms. I can use my wisdom in place of strength when making strength checks and saving throws.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cool. I'm doing that. So, sorry, can you tell me what I have to roll again? Is it a strength saving throw?
It's a check.
And it's not athletics, just straight strength.
Just strength.
You got a even 10.
Even 10. All right, Volpa, what's
Okay,
yours?
that's 15.
15. Helmir, as though you're able to get into the water, and the cold doesn't shock you enough, that you're stopped for a second. Volpa, you feel that shock of cold, and it only spurs you to immediately bamf out your arms. As you're laying, hand over, arm over arm over arm over arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Helmir, you're struggling to you're like pulled under every other second as you guys get pushed down the river.
Can I take out my quarterstaff and hold one end of it and reach the other end towards Helmir for him to grab onto?
Yes.
I will do that.
You put it out, and that will give Helmir. Well, it will reduce his DC, but if you go down, then it won't help.
Fair.
And so, as you are able to keep yourself above the water, I want you guys to make one last strength check.
Am I still at disadvantage?
I'd say no, because the shock of the water is past.
Okay.
Ooh, 17.
13.
17, 13. Okay, you guys are able to. You guys are able to get to the other side of the river. You don't know how much distance you've lost. And you have half a mind to pass out already from the cold. You're cold and wet. You're exhausted. Even with the extra arms helping you, it's more taxing on your mind. Yeah, your arms are burning from Volpa, from the oars, and your mind is fatigued from the arms themselves. With this, you guys are completely wet. You don't see an immediate shelter around you, but there is some clearings where there isn't as much snow. Do you want to keep going until you find better shelter, or do you want to stop, dry yourself off, and go to sleep?
I feel like if we don't dry ourselves off, we're gonna get hypothermia.
Yeah. You do know that, well, yeah, you'd have to stop for a second. You'd have to dry yourself off thoroughly. You'd have to stop. Yeah.
He's chattering. I'll ask Helmir what he thinks we should do.
If there's not any immediate shelter in sight, then we should probably just stop and dry off.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And so you guys manage to dry yourselves off. Luckily enough, there is dry timber for you to already make a fire. And already on autopilot, just Helmir is just like, Helmir, you don't even remember making the fire. You're just trudging, and then 1 second you're lying by the fire, just wishing for sleep to come to you. And so but you look around you, and the road is nowhere to be seen.
Helmir, did you see that figure before everything went to shit?
No, what figure?
It was kind of by where that weird light was, and it wasn't a person. It was more like the silhouette of a person in the air. I don't know, it was strange.
Definitely sounds odd. This wouldn't be the wizard you were looking for, would it?
I don't know. If so, I would hope that she wouldn't send a cyclone to drown us, but, maybe she doesn't want to be found.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
We've never heard of frost giants having, magic, have we?
There's frost giants having magic is they're known for it.
Oh.
But also their magic usually doesn't involve them flying through the air. Or I mean, from this fact you would be like, the distortion, maybe they were invisible.
Oh.
They don't seem to have magic like that, at least from any fairy tale that you've heard.
Okay.
Helmir, make an Arcana check.
There it is. Arcana. One of the very few things I don't have proficiency in. 8.
8. Weird wizard stuff. You don't think Randy can do that? But like, you know, Randy doesn't tell you a lot of things, so who knows?
Yeah.
Bolton, you're certain even if Bolton could cure fantasy cancer that he wouldn't tell you?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want him to tell me anyway.
So the wizard I'm looking for, she is an evocation wizard. And I'm fairly certain that evocation is sometimes has to do with the elements and such. So there's that.
Definitely outside my field of expertise.
Mm.
You saw a silhouette of a person?
Kind of like a disturbance in the air, which makes me think maybe it was an illusion or they were invisible or something. I don't know. I'm not really a magic person. I've just heard a bit about some types of magic.
Definitely not sure. Because... Magic. I think.
Do you have any way that you could contact one of your more magical friends? Maybe ask them?
I believe I have a sending stone? Question mark? Or did I just...
The sending stone, the only sending stone I recall everyone having was that temporary one for the heist. Unless you... I don't remember any other one. Because Bolton has one.
I thought I went out and bought one before I left.
A pair with who, though?
I mean, I definitely don't see it in my inventory.
Yeah, because I don't think so, because Joe, do you remember anything like that?
If I did buy one, I probably would.
Slightly vaguely, but not really necessarily.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no then, because
Yeah.
I know Randy has a sending stone. I think paired to tenacity, perhaps, or no? Is that just sending? I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a sending stone. I wouldn't really need it.
No.
myself.
That's true. Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, no, you don't have a way of contacting them. Unless you want to put a bottle in the water with a note.
Yeah, right. Yeah. At the moment, I don't have a way to contact them. Because I'm not a magic-y person.
I guess we will just have to keep a close eye out then. In case this mystery person decides to appear again.
Yeah. It's very odd.
Yeah.
Maybe. Go ahead.
Maybe there's someone else who's also searching for the same kind of thing you're searching for. I don't know, some sort of competition we may have. I don't know. That's just me talking out of my ass.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody at the moment, but I'll keep thinking about it. Until then, we should probably get warm and
Yeah.
get to sleep. Oh, what time is it right now?
It is about to be night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go to sleep, get a little extra rest,
Mhm.
or we're not frostbitten.
Sounds good to me.
As you go, I'd like you to each make separate night watches, so perception checks. You're officially off-road in the Encased Expanse. Oh gosh. Every community.
My perception check was a 13.
13. All right.
Uh, 27.
27. Nothing catches either of your eyes during your night's watch. You're able to stay warm by the light of the fire, wary to anything outside your immediate vision. Fulpa, make an intelligence check.
Oh. Okay. Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. I read the die wrong. That's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah. I mean, still not great, but I thought I was a 1 at first. But no, I rolled a 7, so 8.
You're thinking to yourself, scary spellcaster. What would Shaolin do in this situation? And you can't think of anything besides of how cold it is. And maybe how much you miss some of your other more lively company. But you both are able to get the rest you need. Waking up for the next day, you know where the river is, so you have an idea of what's generally... Obviously, if you're going anywhere that's not next to the river, you'd be probably going north. But choose left, center, or right.
Well, I'm nervous that if we don't follow the river, we'll get lost. I don't know what you're thinking, Helmir.
Is that the direction we're headed towards, is following the river?
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking, like, if we kind of go back along the river towards like where we initially were crossing, that would get us more towards where we were trying to go, but I might have that wrong.
Oh, because we flowed down the river a ways?
Yeah.
You're not sure for how long, but the dinghies or any landscape aside from the channel itself is unfamiliar, so it must be quite a ways away.
Is the we see what direction the river is flowing in, right?
Once it calms down, yes.
Okay. So yeah, we can head in the opposite direction of the flowing water and possibly get back to the road that we were on.
Yeah, we could try doing like a sort of diagonal, maybe? That could be a bad idea, I don't know.
I could see it working out.
Just, like, don't go like right along the river, go more like a diagonal going away from it. Kinda.
Yeah.
Helmir, make an insight check.
Volpo's idea is stupid. Don't do
God damn. That's the third natural one this session.
Oh. You're trying to think about if you were someone sent to kill someone, what you would do. But all that dredges up is bad memories of the Cold Crow's assassin, and you're just like, who knows what be going in one of their heads. Volpa, also make an insight check.
Okay.
–
16.
16. You gather that if someone were sent to kill someone, they would verify that the job is done.
Oh. Okay. That's a thought. Maybe we don't go back towards our possible killer? Then?
I mean, it is very cold out here, and it's a storm and everything. It could be that we're just because I can't currently think of who could even do that. Somebody will think of kill us with magic. I don't know.
Though it's interesting, though, that whatever they did was conjure up a storm to you, Volpa. It's like, if they wanted to just straight up kill you two, why didn't they just go for a more damaging direct spell?
If they wanted to make it look like an accident.
Yeah. Or instead of wanting... Well, yeah, that's more likely.
But why?
Helmir, you think to yourself, though it doesn't really help the situation, you do recall something. You recall the worried look on the Blood Hunter contact's face when he says, "We don't usually do missions up north."
Maybe something...
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say maybe something kind of strange is going on. Something more than we know.
Definitely more than I know. I'm confused.
But where are you guys planning to go?
Do I have like any idea of like if we just headed straight north? Do I have any idea of what we might possibly run into, or just not really because we're basically lost right now?
Only the warnings that Shane gave you of what lies off-road.
It's on road. I don't want to road.
He has said that there are, well, this is not what he said currently, but he said that there were people who have gone off-road before, and you talked to some villagers that have lived off-road for most of their lives. Granted, not terribly far from the road.
Mhm.
So, seems dangerous, but it's kind of a thing of which danger are you willing to go towards?
Yeah. Well, either seems like we go north, brave the wilderness and whatever creatures we may come upon, or we follow the river back towards the road, possibly back towards a person who tried to kill us.
I mean, at least we have information on the person that tried to kill us, but running into the wilderness and getting lost probably isn't the best bet.
Yeah.
If I were to put my chips on one of the two areas, I'd probably be headed back.
Okay. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Because at least that way we get to the road.
Mhm.
We have a connection. Because really, either way we go, there's going to be things wanting to kill us. We might as well at least have
Yeah,
a road to go off of.
true. Road it is.
So, as you travel up the river, it takes you about, well, actually, first of all, two D6 from you, Annika. Announce the numbers separately.
Uh, 4 and 6.
4 and 6. Okay. So, as you continue forward, you notice. How are you proceeding? What speed?
Oh,
I guess
Since
just
you are now on foot.
normal walking speed. Definitely
Mhm.
not in a rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Just walking like normal then. All right. It takes you about half a day before you realize that there's this weird thing in the air. Just sparks. Just it's almost like at certain points you notice like almost just like little kind of sparks come out, almost similar to how when Randy casts his magic or anyone else, and then you feel a wave of something hit you and you
Ooh.
recognize it, though not exactly the same. It's the same kind of feeling whenever you went into Riverfall, to know that something is wrong with the magic here.
Huh.
And you think to yourself, like, what the hell? Like, there was nothing like this when you were crossing the river. But, like, you didn't feel it on the way back. You didn't feel it while you were, getting... Well, I guess you were too busy staying afloat while you were going down the rapids. But, you don't remember anything like this on the prior travel. There's something wrong with the magic here.
I am kind of glad I am not a person that uses magic right now.
Is it to the same level? I'm going to bring out my drift globe and try to have it light up.
As you hold out your drift globe, it gives a very much dimmer light than before. And it struggles leaving your hand. You notice as it activates that the sparks that are happening occasionally start to happen a little bit more frequently. It's almost like the air itself is kind of charged.
If I,
You do recall, though... Oh, sorry. Complete your thought?
Oh. If I bamf out my astral arms, does that do anything? Does that count as something that's being affected by this?
It is not. And you realize, wait, so if the problem with the magic in Riverfall was anything that requires any connection to, like, to perform magic in any form across anything, it will have trouble, which is 90% of magic. However, since yours is rooted to yourself, it doesn't have to travel across the air to do anything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you recall that you couldn't travel all the way up north because the ley lines were messed up. And you think to yourself, Kartushka is one of the places where ley lines were frayed because of the earthquake. Well, more specifically, because of the ritual that caused the earthquake. So there's a chance that magic might be the same way here. But,
Magic.
None of you are spellcasters, but make another intelligence check, Volpa and Helmir.
Oh boy. Oof. Volpa has no thoughts about this. She rolled a 5.
You're good.
Intelligence or Arcana?
Arcana.
Oh, it's Arcana? But never mind, it doesn't make a difference.
Oh yeah, my bad, sorry. I misspoke.
No, you're good.
No.
Hot rolls. Nope. Total 6.
Both of you try to recall the ramblings of the spellcasters in your lives, and cannot. You cannot remember a single thing. Something, weave, something, spellcasting.
We're just two normal-ass people out here being like, the air tastes kind of funny today.
Yeah.
Oh well, moving on.
You just knew that when you were in Riverfall, Randy was pretty nervous about it. And Shallon would always talk about, how it would suck for her to go there as well as any other spellcasters.
But I haven't felt anything like this in Verdask, right?
No. In Riverfall, yes. Verdast, no.
Okay.
So I remember when we were in Riverfell that when my friends tried to use spells and whatnot, it had like odd effects to them, or sometimes they just wouldn't work. So maybe this was like somebody used magic, but it didn't turn out how they wanted.
Like what happened to us yesterday?
Yeah, with the random storm out of nowhere and the
Yeah.
green light.
That would make sense. Hey, maybe they aren't trying to kill us then. Maybe it was an accident.
They
That
were
makes me
trying to
feel
save us
better.
the whole time.
Yeah. They're just trying to put like a nice little breeze at our back to make us get across the river faster. And it back.
Exactly. And they just had like, pretty odd timing because you were just it was right when you guys got into the boat too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, only trying to help.
But yeah, you guys continue forward.
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
Yeah,
so.
we'll just be chatting it up as we
Oh
continue.
yeah. Volpo will like ask about all the other party members and how they're doing, what they've been up to since they left, that sort of stuff.
Yep. I'll just say that 4 of them have died. The other 2 are in prison.
Oh shit.
No. They're
A
fine.
lot has happened in 2.5 weeks for you guys. Damn.
Right.
And so, as you guys travel forward, you make it back to you make it back to what you assume was the road. As it is looked like it's been entirely ripped out. It's hard to tell from the destruction of the ground of where any direction forward is. You find basically specifically where you crossed. The dinghies on the other side happen to be completely demolished.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sparking in the air is at its highest right now.
Do we see the green dot?
Make a perception check, both of you.
Oh, it could have been great. 11.
25.
11, 25. Neither of you see it. But you're still kind of looking at just what happened in front.
Yeah.
Helmir, you're surveying and you're like, nope, nothing.
I feel like we should not stay here.
Agreed. It's a little too crisp at the moment. It's weird because we didn't feel this on the other side of the river.
Mm-mm.
We must be crossing directly over a ley line or something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
can we just try to head like north of the river now, I guess, even if there's not really a road to follow anymore?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll just go in the direction that Helmir remembers the road in.
And I'd say make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Both of us?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh, nice. 18.
I got an 8.
Okay. Volpa, you feel pretty confident that the road continued in a certain direction. So that should
think-
help you for a while.
Oh, hey, I think the road continued in this direction, actually. Look, you see like the little grooves from carts? There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Though you're fairly confident since the road doesn't take any incredible detours, but there are times where it will be slight in certain directions. So after a certain while, if you're just heading to a direction, it's inevitable that you will be off-road. It's just a matter of, not being too far off.
Yeah.
So you're able to regain your bearings somewhat.
Good.
And so as you continue on the latter half of the day, keeping an eye out, I'm gonna kind of keep your perception checks from before. And let me see. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are able to you don't run into anything dangerous, but the day's travel is finished.
Nice.
But by the end of it, you do judge that though it was very slight, the road has gotten slightly rockier, and so you are probably not on the path anymore.
Gotcha.
How far off? You have no clue. So, Night's Watch. I'm gonna say since you guys do a lot of perception checks, we're gonna have you guys do a nature check for setting up camp, and that will, not that it makes a ton of sense, but it will also carry over to your Night's Watch checks.
Cool.
Nature help us
is not that smart.
find some extra little logs to add to our fire stack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 16.
Oh boy, that's a 9.
Okay. So, Helmir, you do see several wolves kind of off in the distance looking at your camp. But you do cast them a glare, and they disperse. Clearly, these aren't any Fey-touched wolves, because they weren't anything like the ones in Riverfall. That disturbance in the ley line must have been entirely... that disturbance in the ley line probably didn't have to do with anything with the creatures. So you can at least give a sigh of relief that maybe these creatures will be not any more dangerous than they already are.
Yeah, relatively normal for the region.
Yeah. Volpa, you're able to go through your watch. What you don't see is the wolves do come back. And they take a look at you two, and then they stalk you for a bit. then judge you're not worth it.
Well, I guess that's good.
But another day of travel. Joe, I'd like you. Well, no, I'm not gonna make you do that. That's secret. So on this next journey, a d6 each.
Three.
And a 5.
Okay, what was that? Yeah, okay. So let's. Oh, why didn't I order these things? Let's see. Certain death, certain death, certain death. Hot Springs Vacation.
Ooh, let's do that one.
You go beach episode?
In the Frigid Heights beach episode.
Um, One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I got. Oh wait, I'm dumb. That's not even a thing. That's not a dice. So, as you're traveling across, you do happen upon some cave entrances. Since the rugged landscape, as you continue forward, it goes from kind of snow plains to kind of more not quite mountains yet, but a rocky landscape. Trudging down, you have to worry more about ice on the slopes. But there are some outcroppings. You do see that there are a couple of cave entrances that look to be naturally formed. Do you continue on, or do you want to do something else?
Do we know anything about what sort of, homes frost giants usually make?
From legend, it was
Oh, yeah.
anywhere. It was anywhere from giant frozen cathedrals to outcroppings on mountains.
I'm gonna try
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try the drift globe one more time. Just to see how
Seems
it
to be works just fine. No sparking in the air.
Okay. Just checking to see where areas work or not. If we look around, is there any like as we pass by the caves, does it seem like there's any tracks, or does it seem like the snow is being trailed into the cave?
Make a survival check.
87. No, 19.
Doesn't seem to be any tracks here.
Okay. Continue on.
So, continuing forward, instead of perception check, I'm going to need a survival check to see if you can find any more traces of civilization. Whether that's the path itself or tracks, anything.
Yeah. Navigate that landscape.
Yeah, both of you.
$26.
24. Woo!
Nice.
I rolled.
Alrighty. So, what you come across, sadly, isn't, you're like, is that a structure? That could be a village. You head up on it, and it looks to be pretty ancient ruins.
Mm.
Though notably, there's like ice crystals that are formed in very peculiar ways. There's like a gigantic one through the center of the ruin, and in fact, I will. You guys already are on the owlbear. I'm gonna see if I can get that in here for visual reference, because nothing bad is gonna happen.
Yeah. It always gets the way I'm like, oh, Matt's showing a picture. We're dead.
Yeah.
Images, new image. And there's like these stone pillars going across all of it. Okay, if I where images, where's the images? Maps? Maps. How big is this going to end up being? Not too big. Okay, cool.
Oh, I see.
87 by 24 miles.
Oh.
Hold on. What's the dimensions of this? I have this put down. 28 by 48. So, if I move this about a bit... why can't I... Oh, I can't move it. Jew, I'm a Philistine. Can you help me move this to a space that has, space?
Huh?
Joseph, please. I require your assistance.
Johann Jokas.
Josefka. I think he might be tapped out.
It might be. I can go check if you need me to.
Go tackle his ass.
Oh wait, unlock. I found it out. Yes. Haha.
You did it. Yay.
I am a genius, of course.
Of course.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 22, 23, 24, 25, almost. It's cool they let you lock it though. 25, 26, 27, 28. And then move that around. Lock it up there. There we go. Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. And let's lock it. Cool. So, that is what you see.
Cool.
You see that into the distance. It is getting a little bit later.
Oh, and even has dragons around the pillars. That's so cool. What do you think, Helmir? Stay away from it? Go near it? Stay in it for the night? I've never seen anything like this before, so
I mean, it looks pretty big to me. It might just be where the giants are at.
could
Especially
be.
if, like, they have all this runesmithing stuff. They gotta have some type of buildings or something somewhere for it.
Yeah. Well, if it's getting late, it might be best to tackle that tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm down with that plan.
Okay.
Get some nice little sleep, snuggle up by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we're kind of like out of sight-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, is there one of those caves like right nearby?
The caves? No, you're past that now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just kind of be out in the field then.
Yeah.
And so, you go. Oh wait, you're doing it out in the field, or are you doing it in the temple?
We're gonna camp out in the field a distance away for now.
Okay. So, you guys go and make your fire. I'll say it's easy enough for you guys this time around after, you've been doing it quite a bit. And you have a decent amount of energy since it was a nice day and you didn't run into any trouble. Not that you would.
This is the third night?
This would be the third night.
Okay.
Also known as the second night past the river, I'm pretty sure. Or is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess it would be technically, yeah, you guys immediately bedded down, then traveled a bit, did a bit more distance, and then bedded down. So I guess technically 3, because you immediately bedded down after crossing the channel. So 4.
We were pooped.
Okay. I'm deleting rations as needed.
Gotcha.
That
So-
would be first day, so I need to get rid of 2 more.
Hold on, I just need to look for something.
So we got 5
Go
days.
ahead and make your perception checks for your night's watches.
Some good old preceptuals.
Perceptuals, yeah.
Just not rolling great.
Trying my best to get it to be a quite balanced amount of skill checks, but just perception is king.
True.
Yeah.
I got, what did I get? 12.
Okay.
And I didn't roll but good either. I got a 15.
Let me see. Where is it?
Okay. Thought I lost connection.
Is this the right sound effect? What was your perception?
12.
Yeah, 12 and 15.
12 and 15. So, both of you are... Well, actually, no. Helmir just went to sleep. Volpa is awake. Helmir, uneventful. Volpa, You
Mm.
see something in the air, and you're like, "Is that the thing? Is that the person?" When you hear,
Hmm.
along with sound of large leathery wings,
Oh no.
as you look and see, where is it?
Oh no.
What looks to be only known in legend.
Oh no.
The visage of a white dragon.
Oh no.
And a large one at that.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, great.
Good session, guys.
Oh no. We're gonna die.
I was hoping that I was going to roll that one.
That's so cruel, Matt. It's so cruel.
We're not gonna die. Don't worry, Bulb.
Are you kidding me?
You have
Two of
Helmir.
us? Just
You
two
have
of us?
Helmir here.
You guys are going to be
And-
fine.
I can't do anything. I am not a ranged fighter. Damn. I'm gonna have to jump on top of that dragon and punch it. Cool. Cool.